A lot of different takes on the Iran nuclear power deal. President Barack Obama calls it a historic understanding, but Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the agreement is a threat to Israel. ABC's Gloria Riviera tells us what the deal means for Iran and the rest of the Middle East.
On the streets of Tehran, celebration for the breakthrough negotiations to lift sanctions in exchange for dismantling Iran's nuclear program. But in Switzerland, sober assessment from Secretary of State John Kerry about the long road to finalize the deal.
Could this whole thing still fall apart in the next few months while you hammer out the details?
Of course it could. It could.
Under the hard-fought agreement, Iran agreed to unprecedented inspections, monitoring its nuclear facilities for at least 20 years, rolling back nuclear programs and dismantling equipment. Iran will continue to conduct nuclear research as long as it can prove it's for civilian purposes. In Washington, reaction from opponents was swift and skeptical.
This deal is going to threaten America's national security interests.
But after decades of diplomatic standoff, ignited when in 1979 Iranian students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took 52 U.S. diplomats hostage for 444 days, solidified in 2002 when President Bush labeled Iran
an axis of evil.
The potential now on the horizon brings hope.
Today was one of the happiest days of my life.
Negotiations to finalize the deal will continue into June. In Iran, there's also been criticism from hardliners who call the deal a bargain for the West and a disaster for Iran. But Iran's president has said Iran will stand by the promises made. June 30th is the deadline for the deal to be signed. Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Washington.